there was a difference between dominion and domination.
Mm.
And there's a huge difference between being the head of a household and leading a household and subjugating a household.
Mm.
You're not, as a king, if you are subjugating your subjects, then they're going to cut off your head sooner or later.
Lewis's point about the leadership thing, dominion, let's use the king example. How I've always viewed kingship is I'm not, my kingdom isn't there to ensure my survival. I'm there to ensure theirs. Mm. So I'm not actually, I'm the leader, but that doesn't mean that they're subservient to my goals, right? Mm. So if I'm the leader, that just means that I listen into everybody's concerns, and then I take that on my shoulders to ensure that those concerns are dealt with. Mm-hmm. And it's really just a reciprocal thing. They're like, okay, bet this person like gives a damn about what I got going on, takes care of it. Why in God's name wouldn't we keep him at the head?
As the head,
right?
Exactly.
So it's really self-serving. It's not self-serving. It's not even a thing of, it's really who serves everybody else the most is usually the one that gets put on top of the hierarchy, right? And so I think it's completely misunderstood when I hear people use the term king. Actually, this is probably against the grain, but I don't believe in the all black men are kings and you're a king. And I'm like, bro, if you're a loser, you're not a king to me, right? I'm not gonna just throw that out. But I get the context it's coming from, where you've been disempowered for so long. Let me give you something, right? Yeah. So you're not completely thinking you're worthless. Yeah. But I think that's a title that's earned. So to just throw it out, you're a king, you get a king, it kind of devalues the king part.
I would give you that you are a prince until you become a king. But you got to build your kingdom. You got to go out there and get your kingdom.
Right. And so that addresses the thing. So the expansion growth, by definition, should create mystery because you're going beyond the known every day. And so you're saying when you build your kingdom, sometimes a man gets complacent and stops going beyond the unknown because it's like, well, I used to be a guy that goes in, and that's why they're here. But then you stop being that guy, and we get into all of the things that come with when you get complacent. Oh, babe, where you at? Oh, I'm at yoga. Right. Right.
There is a dynamic that so one thing you said, somebody's like, I kind of hear in the conversation, somebody's got the value. When the man doesn't have himself, the pussy is the value. He'll do anything for it. Mm-hmm. When the man, the masculine energy is the value because that's the leadership. Somebody's got to be willing to lead. Somebody's got to step into that. Somebody's got to be creating that world that provides for you, kids, family, legacy, whatever going forward. That is something that's of value. That is something, you can say we're equal. That's fine. There's an acknowledgement that we're not the same. If the man, the masculine energy separates from that feminine, the masculine is still going out to expand. That feminine is going to withdraw to whatever their life is that's contained. But if it's a feminine woman, she's not in her masculine energy. Mm-hmm. She's not out to expand. And so then what is that life? It was on a path. It was latched to something. Now, the masculine may not have the richness of life. It's going to be linear, logical, pragmatic, right. The path, what's the next step, action-oriented, expand. So in that degree, well, to that, because masculine is the lead, because it is the pillar of community, society, building out in the world physically, it will always polarize and attract, say in the conversation, to naturally magnetize. Feminine is going to follow. Mm-hmm. Do you want to sit around and live what's over here that you can do, as they say, get old and die with cats, or here's masculine out there? And that's where you can see the power because it bends what the average, I would say, operates in is reality. The average, that women are like this, you need money. Right. If you have the power, the masculine, what is of value, if you're up to something in creating life, you can have as many women as you want, you can have the type of women that you want, you can have women do what you want. None of that matters, and that's where they speak to like the Matrix. Well, yes, when you unplug from what's average, from what's expected, from what's indoctrinated, that's when you start creating it. So yeah, it's your fucking rules. You're the only one that's been told. That's that whole mystery, is what you want to create. If you create the locks and shit, and this is how you can navigate life, and the responsibility of a king does that with such tact, integrity, that it's not harming. People
It's
want
not
to follow.
domination.
Exactly. There